Happy Friday, Mayor Dan Pope with a weekly update. I hope you've had a great week. I've had a busy week in City Hall. Several quick topics. First of all, Auditorium, Coliseum. We'll vote on that starting April 23rd. Early voting begins that day. The election day is Saturday, the 5th of May. It's a thumbs up, thumbs down on the future of the Auditorium and Coliseum. I hope you've paid attention to, and we'll link it on our website, some of the press this week that's been done. There's a bunch of video that Mr. Massengale and Mr. Griffith have led some tours of local media organizations as they've gone through the Auditorium and Coliseum. The question I get most frequently, at least this week, is what about the rodeo? And I think I've talked about it before, but I want to make sure that I'm clear on this. First of all, there will be a rodeo in the Coliseum next year, regardless. If we vote as a community to give this back to Texas Tech, Tech has said, hey, we're willing to make sure that it's still standing next March for the ABC Rodeo. I think that's good news. I think that's a good partnership. We're working as we speak with Texas Tech, with the county, with the Fair Board to look at solutions for a new exposition center type facility, a facility that would replace the Coliseum, would be often have a dirt floor, although it would have a concrete floor that could be used for concerts also. It would not be as big as United Spirit Arena, but it would be bigger than Buddy Holly Hall and would have would host many dirt events, not just the rodeo, but ropings and barrel racing and cutting horse shows and the kind of stuff that goes to Amarillo and Snyder and Levelland and Clovis and Hobbs and Abilene and Midland and a lot of other places, and doesn't come to Lubbock because the Coliseum can't handle that. So we're working on that. There'll be an announcement tomorrow, or actually today. I'm filming this on Thursday. Later today, there'll be an announcement about a private group working on the north side of town on a development that very well could include an arena like what we're talking about in that. That's one of the possibilities that is out there, so pay attention for that news also. Earlier yesterday, and then earlier today, I had a chance to be part of events that highlight the effort around ending child abuse and neglect in Lubbock. Yesterday, Thursday morning, we kicked off Go Blue for Lubbock. It's a month-long effort to raise awareness around child abuse in our community, and it's a collaborative effort with the South Plains Coalition for Child Abuse Prevention. Now, yesterday we met out at Atmos Energy, and they were kind enough to let us come out there. We had the Chamber and the United Way and this coalition. You had a number of elected officials, Senator Perry, Representative Frullo, Commissioner Bill McKay. I was there and was able to offer a proclamation from the city's perspective. But what we need to do is educate people. We had 1,032 cases last year, confirmed cases of child abuse. Now, most of those, more than 85% of those, were not sexual or physical abuse. They're neglect. In fact, a lot of it would fall under poor parenting. We can be better than that, and we've got to work to end this and to give those kids a fair chance to grow up and be educated and be successful and productive members of our society. In the last decade, in Lubbock County, 17 children have lost their lives due to child abuse. Normally, I don't talk about topics like this on the Friday video. I try to stay on something that's a little more positive, but it's something that we've got to, as a community, address. We can be better. Final thought. Some of you have asked me about the campaign for mayor, and I'm running again, as you know. We're going to try to keep that effort separate from these Friday videos. The Friday videos have become very popular. Not a day goes by that I don't hear from a handful of you saying, hey, I appreciate the videos, keeps me up to date. We'll continue to keep them on topic of what's going on in the city. Pay attention to our webpage. If you follow us on Facebook, we'll be pushing things out, but we'll be a lot more active with campaign related information and topics starting right away. In fact, we'll start to see yard signs and big signs go up and more active as we get ready for the May 5th election. Remember, early voting starts on April 23rd. We need you to vote. 13%, roughly right, of the registered voters in Lubbock County voted in the March primary. If we're going to allow 13% of the registered voters to make our decisions, then we have to deal with the fact that sometimes they may make decisions that the majority of us might not like. But if you don't vote, you don't have a say. Please vote. Have a great weekend. Thanks for your thoughts. Thanks for your prayers. Thanks for your good ideas. I look forward to talking to you next week.